You know, we love all things branding on this channel. So it's about time we did a quiz all about logos. If you're new here, I make sporty ASMR videos and we just passed 20,000 subscribers, which is unreal. And the big goal for this year was 25,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, please go check out what else we have on our channel. Maybe throw a subscribe our way if you'd like to see more of this. Now, our usual quiz rules apply here. My chair is especially creaky today. So, I should move this way because I'm going to move back there. But for the first hint, with every logo, I'm going to show you like a very specific zoomed in section of a logo, sort of like a detail. And if you can identify the logo from that photo, you get 3 points. For the second hint, I'll zoom out a little bit, and if you can get the logo from that, you get 2 points. And with the last hint, I'll zoom out, show you the logo, remove any obviously identifying names, and that will be worth 1 point. That was a lot of ramble, but I'll talk you through it. You might have done this on our channel before. And today we're going to be doing logos from football, the other football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. And if you like this format, I can put together a whole video, a whole quiz like this, just for a specific sport, especially with soccer. They have so many logos out there all throughout the world, so I think that could be fun. But today, you can get a maximum of 30 points on this quiz. I'm not gonna let you get 30 points. I think 20, considering the format, is a very, very good score to aim for. And as always, do let me know what you ended up scoring in the comments. Okay, let's get started with the first one. I'll just pull it up for myself here. Oh, and I've been holding this football. It's just for tapping. So, I'm gonna move and make a little bit of room for the logos. There you go. So, what is this? We've got like some sort of black blob separated by white, or it's not separated by, it's over some white, and would you call that like a tan, a brown, a goldish color? Okay, so if you guessed it right from here, you get 3 points, and I'll tell you the answer once we're done with the third hint. Moving on to the second hint now, becoming maybe a little bit more recognizable. We've got some teal added on. bluish, greenish accent there. We've got more of those black blobs. Dare I call them spots? Some lines. Okay, so if you guessed it from here, that's worth 2 points. Now let's move on to the third hint, the third image, which will show you the entire logo. So, if you haven't put in a guess yet, now's your time. I give you 5 more seconds, and then I'll reveal the answer. This is the Jacksonville Jaguars logo. So, you know the drill. First photo was good for 3 points, then 2, then 1. Let's move on to the second logo. This one might be more of a challenge. I think a majority of our community is in the United States. So unless you follow... Oh, am I giving away too much? Unless you follow this sport, you might not be as familiar with this logo. But this is worth 3 points if you can guess it right. We've got kind of like a couple of inverted triangles. We've got some blue, some yellow, and some white. Okay, let's move on to the second hint. A lot more details to go off of on this one. We're adding some red. We're adding some sort of like diamond shapes, some circles, and something that looks pretty ornate up at the top, covering the red. I thought about starting hint 1 just in on that like red diamond shape, but then I decided that would just be way too unfair. But can you identify this logo? If you can from this picture, you'll get 2 points. Let's go to the last hint. This is the entire logo, and it does have some letters in that might be able to help you. So if you get it from here, it is worth 1 point. And the answer is Real Madrid. By the way, shout out to Basarm. Sorry for the pronunciation. He's been chatting with me, trying to get the live streams back up and running, and who knows, we might be able to put something together before the end of the Champions League. Okay, logo number 3. I feel like those who know will know, but what in the world is this? We've got some green, and we've got some, would you call that like a rusty brown? Maybe when you look at it isolated like that, it almost looks kind of like an orangey red. Okay, let's go to the second hint for 2 points. I think a lot of you will get it on this one too. So we've got a head here. Some white has appeared. And the green appears to be arching. Arching or arcing? I think arching is right. So let's go to the third hint. Reveal most of the logo. So I have removed the team name from this one because that would be too much of a giveaway. Initially I thought about starting in on a clover, but again, that would have been a giveaway. So the answer to this question is the Boston Celtics. Okay. I feel like that was kind of a freebie for you. Let's go over to the fourth question. And if you can name the logo correctly from this image, you get 3 points. Don't let your mind wander too far, if you know what I mean. So we've got some, I guess that would be white stripes on a red background. Let's move on to the photo worth 2 points. You look at it like that, it kind of looks like poorly drawn sausage. Forget what I said. But the red appears to continue downwards. And now let's move on to the third hint and reveal the entire logo. Maybe if we have some, especially some non-Americans playing, I'll give you an extra hint, which is say what you see. So if you get it from this image, you get 1 point. And the answer is the Boston Red Sox. See what I did there with don't let your mind wander? Okay. We're clever over here. Let's go over to the fifth logo. What is this? We've got some blue. Nice blue too. We've got some white. And we've got some red. And now that I look at it, I feel like this could be... I wonder how many of you are going to answer wrong on this question. Because now that I'm looking at it, like 24 hours out from picking this picture, I wonder if I would have answered differently seeing this. But if you get it right, you get 3 points. Now let's go over to the 2-point image. Did I fool you on this one? So, some yellow has appeared. We can see what we were looking at with the red dot. But I also feel like this is a type of shape where, if you weren't familiar with this logo, you might still be thinking like, what is this? What am I looking at? Lots of swirls with the blue, some more white streaking out from the bottom. Let's go over to the 1-point photo. And here is the entire logo. This is the team's current logo. And it's a really nice logo. Don't get me wrong. But push comes to shove, I think I prefer another logo that they've used in the past. And do they still use it on like retro jerseys? They must. But if you got it right from this picture, you get 1 point, and here's the answer. This logo is from the Buffalo Sabres. Let's move on now. We've done half of the quiz so far. Let's go on over to the 6th question. So at this point you can have a maximum of 15 points and a minimum of 0. Okay, so for 3 points, do you recognize this red star? Bit of a curve up top. Let's go over to the 2-point question. Way zoomed out here. So you can see the star is there, the white curve that we could see. And then there's some sort of trail in a lighter shade of blue and the red. I feel like this quiz would also be fun to do with like retro logos. It might be more of a challenge. But let's go to the 1-point hint. The logo in its entirety. Again, I'll give you the benefit of telling you that is a T. That is a T surrounded by the 3 stars. The answer is the Tennessee Titans. Let's go on over to question 7. Again, this one might be a little bit more challenging, especially with this first hint that I'm giving you for 3 points. So I feel like, to be nice, I should add the stipulation, the hint, the little nudge that for those who have been watching the channel, you might expect that I would have included this logo in this video. It's a very tricky one. I feel kind of mean for this hint. Let's go on to the 2nd one. And there you go. That might look a little bit more like something to you if you know your sports. We've got gonna say, looks like horse heads. And I'll say no more. Okay, I'll give you another small little hint. Was it yesterday or the day before? On Discord, Quest reached out to me and said, I really think it'd be interesting if you did a video on Sunderland. Which was very, very kind of you. And then it's all good. Good banter. I said, I don't think you realize that you're talking to a supporter of this team. Okay, enough hints for the 2-pointer. Let's move on to 1 point. The entire logo, and again I've scrubbed the name of the team from the banner. If you don't recognize this, maybe the final hint I'll give you for this logo is that the black and white stripes are essential to this one. Right, so let's go and give you the answer. Stop torturing you with this one. This is Newcastle United, my soccer team. Let's go over to question number 8. I kind of love these colors. So for 3 points, can you recognize this? What's the word for this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it an octagon? If some of the angles are obtuse rather than acute, I shouldn't be attempting to use math lingo on the internet. I'm gonna be exposing myself. Let's just go over to the second hint for 2 points. Right, so we've got more green, lime green accents. The darker shade of blue has sort of spread from that starry shape. I feel like most of you will be able to make out what the shape is and probably what the team is. Let's go on over to the 1 point hint and show the entire logo, which has the team name removed. So if you guessed it here, you get 1 point. And the answer is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Serious question, you guys. Is this Canada's team during the playoffs? Since we don't have the Raptors. Question number 9. Hint 1 for 3 points. We're looking at a blue pointy bit with a hint of, I feel like we just looked at the Timberwolves and now we have this where like really contrasty logos, when the logos are like remade modernly to look modern, where they have like high contrast, like a dark color, a lighter color, and then a bright color, like this beautiful sort of cherry red that we have coming up from the bottom left. So if you recognize it from this picture, you get 3 points. For 2 points, this picture just got spikier all of a sudden. another logo that's quite striking. I like it. Can you recognize the team for 2 points? Let's go over to the final hint and look at the entire logo. You can use the letter that you see to guide you. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I kind of like that the fin is used to complete the M. That's kind of a nice touch. Yeah, I like this logo. I like it a lot. So the answer is the Miami Marlins. And finally, we have time, just enough time for our last question and hint number 1 for 3 points. Can you recognize this logo? Mainly just a red dot. But we've got some orange. I didn't notice this when I prepared the photo, but we got a hint of purple at the bottom. Okay. I don't want to hang on this one for too long and give you too much of an opportunity. So let's go to hint number 2 for 2 points. What are we looking at? What is this? We've got some white in here now. More of that red from the circle. Purple triangles, purple circle. And again, a hint, just a hint of green. Top left. Let's go over to the 1 point image, the entire logo. This was our last chance to include them. Unless we did a retro logos edition. So big shout out to this city, big shout out to this team for 1 point. Do you recognize this logo now? The answer is the Arizona Coyotes. My heart's with you, Arizona. Now, I'm gonna sign off before my camera shuts down. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know what you think of this format. If you'd like to see a specific sport, maybe some retro logos. I had a lot of fun doing this. Drop your score in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.